So we're sitting there like, we're sitting there like, well, I guess the trip is over, trip is canceled, call it a day.
I want me a topic. I want me a topic.
xKappin, No Kap. Okay. What's good, YouTube? So I know you read this title and you're like, you're a capping, but like, listen, I know my name is xKappin, but I promise you, I'm not capping. Okay, I'm not capping. This literally happened, and this is a true story time. So let's just get straight into the video because we got a lot to talk about. So as you read the title, this is the story time of the time. I was unfortunately deported from Canada. And yes, this is a very 100% realistic, 100% valid, 100% true story time on what had happened to me when I got deported from Canada. Let's just take it back. Let's just take it back a few steps. So this was maybe about like I want to say, this was like how many years ago? Like I think I was just turning just reaching my double digits. Okay, I was just maybe like 12 or something, maybe 11, around those ages. Okay, so listen. I was going with my dad for visitation with my brother. So to give a little background, you know, okay, there's me, right? I'm the youngest out of any and everybody. I'm the youngest, so it's me, it's my brother, and we both share the same, you know, both parents, mom and dad. And then there's my half brother. So there's a full brother, my full blood brother, and then my half blood brother. So my half blood brother was not with us at this time, but at the time being, my dad carried both of our like birth certificates, like all of our birth certificates, because we were all underneath the age of 18. I was nowhere near 18. So this is where it gets juicy. So now that we got the background information out of the way, let's get more into the video. Okay, so boom, we always would travel with my dad, you know, because we had like flight privilege
Today, Junior.
So we would always travel. He was a traveling type person, so we would always be off somewhere, you know what I'm saying, doing something. So I want to say it was maybe like the summertime of, I don't remember which year it was or how old I really was, but I just know this was a long, like some while ago, and I'm about to be 18 now, so it was a while ago. But first of all, we traveled to New York, right? So pinpoint that at New York. So we're at New York, and you know, we stayed there for like a day or two, but like our last like official day there, we went to go to Niagara Falls. Now if you don't know what Niagara Falls is, it's this beautiful like place in New York where it's like this huge, like as far as I can remember, it was like a really long and like big and beautiful waterfall. We went there, we went on the little tour boat, you know what I'm saying. We got the little life jackets. There's a picture that we took, but I don't have the picture anymore. But we did that for the whole entire day, right? We did that for the whole entire day, and we had fun. It was cool, you know what I'm saying. I was young, I was experiencing new scenery, new sightings, and I'm like, this is dope. Like I got waterfalls in my sight, you know what I'm saying. Like there's people everywhere, I'm eating good food, like I'm enjoying my time. I'm on a little vacation, you feel what I'm saying. I just got done stressing about how to learn multiplication, and now I'm finally getting a break, like finally, right? Finally. So you know, that's how my mind was. So we're enjoying everything. And then after we finished visiting Niagara Falls, the next day we were supposed to head to drive, you know, to Canada. Like we was going to try to cross the border to go into Canada because they booked for the rest of the week us to be in Canada. So they spent over like a bucket load of money, you know, for the activities that we already had planned in the hotel and everything, because it was going to be my first time going to Canada. So I thought, so we're driving, you know, it wasn't that far. As everyone knows, if you're trying to cross over to Canada with driving, at least it's best to go to New York, because it's New York and then, you know, there's Canada. So that's what we did. We were driving however long it was to get to the border. So you know, we're finally approaching the border. I remember it was one of those type of cars that like you had to push the seat up to get into the car, like into the back. So I was in the back, right? So I'm like, okay, nobody can touch me, period. Like I'm good. So we're in the back, right? I'm in the back chilling, doing my little do with me being young. trying to get to the, you know, border control, if you want to say. So, you know, they're asking, you know, they're looking around kind of the car, you know, like how many people are in a car and stuff, you know, do you have, like, you know, like give me your stuff, like give me the identification, like the legal papers, like give it all to me so you can be able to go on about your day. So my dad, you know, he gives his driver's license, his passport, whatever the case may be, you know, I don't know if there was a passport in it. Well, he gives his driver's license, he gives his identification so that you know who he was with, and then my dad reaches into this like this beige like mailing folder, right? And he reaches out one paper, and it was my brother's birth certificate. So he's fine. So they can get into Canada, no problem. He reaches in for the other piece of paper, right? He hands it. I was like, I don't even think he handed it. He reached out the piece of paper and he's looking at it like, okay, not this one. But he's reaching, right? He's reaching in the bag, and there's just no more paper. There's just, that's it.
Thank you.
And on that piece of paper, the name wasn't my name. It wasn't xKappin. It was my other brother's name. Now, I know sometimes I could look like a boy, sometimes I could dress like a boy, but I just couldn't go as if I was him. You know what I'm saying? Because my brother was like 16. My older brother was like 16 or 17 at that time, and I was like 12. I couldn't sit here and cap and say I was 17. When I'm over here still sitting in car seats. So like there was just no way. So we're sitting there like, we're sitting there like, well, I guess trip is over, trip is canceled, call it a day. So I remember him saying like, oh, this is not the right birth certificate. And you know, I'm playing my game, right? So I'm playing back there on my phone like, and then they're like, oh, this is not the right birth certificate. I'm like, what you mean it's not the right birth certificate? What you mean?
What you mean it's not the right birth certificate? What you mean?
So where's my birth certificate? Like, how are we finna do this? How are we finna get to the front? How are we finna get to Canada? So I wasn't a bad kid, but at moments I thought badly. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I can just duck down. I can just act like I'm not in the car. Like I can just pretend like I'm not here. They're like, no, like, no xKappin, like, no, we can't do it like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we gotta, you know, we have to be honest with them and let them know that we forgot your birth certificate. So my dad tries to go to explain to the, you know, the patrol that they don't have my birth certificate, and you know, it was forgotten, because before we even left for New York, we were rushing to get to the airport. Like, we were rushing like really badly. So I suppose he grabbed the wrong one. So, you know, they said, you know, okay, I'm gonna need you to pull over here.
Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up, pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me.
So this is, you know, this is where the cars are coming in, and this is the patrols, and then on the side here, like, you're not even like getting into the, on the side here, it's like this police type area station. So we had to pull over. Now, girl, I felt incriminated. I felt like I just committed the biggest crime, as if we were trying to like fake get me into Canada. But I promised everything, we were not. You know what I'm saying? It was a true mistake that was made. But I was up in there with the other people that might have actually like purposely been trying to like illegally, I guess, cross into Canada. But I wasn't. We weren't. But, you know, I felt as though I was incriminated. So I'm sitting there, you know what I'm saying, like, kind of confused, but I kind of know what's going on. You know, I wasn't no dumb kid. But I'm just sitting there like, dang, like, what's going to happen now? You know what I'm saying? We were in that police place for, like, about a good few hours. I'm not even going to lie. I remember my dad had to try to call my mom, try to get her to fax over my birth certificate.
Today, Junior?
And for, like, my birth certificate papers and all of that. But it was just so much going on, and it didn't work. Okay, it didn't work. And long story short, it was, like I said, we was there for about a good grip. But by the time we finally got to leave, it was like, girl, the sun was about down. And I remember we ended up being banned from Canada for like a year. They had to pay like a fine, and you know, I didn't understand, but it's always been a memory in my head of what had happened. And you know, luckily it wasn't nothing bad, luckily it wasn't nothing OD. Like now, you know what I'm saying, somebody tried to, I guess, do that even though it was literally an accident, but you know how crazy stuff is nowadays. So luckily nothing bad happened from it. But you know, we just got escorted out of the police, you know, got escorted back into regular as if we were trying to come back in. And then we just left, and I remember it was just dead silent. I mean, it was just crickets. I feel like everybody hated me because they're just like, why you had to be here xKappin? Like, we could have really went to Canada, you know what I'm saying? We just spent all this money, but it's like, truthfully, it wasn't my fault because I wasn't in charge, and I obviously couldn't. I was too young to grab my own birth certificate. So it's not like I'm blaming myself for it. It's just like, it would have been a fun experience, but obviously maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Maybe it wasn't meant for us to go to Canada. Maybe that's a sign that we shouldn't have went. Therefore, we got deported, and we got banned for a year or two. I don't remember. I haven't tried to go back since then. But eventually that would be dope for me to try to go back again, with actual, you know, my documentations this time, all of them, and you know, try to visit and see how it is, because I'm sure it's a probably dope place. But that was the story at the time I got deported from Canada. It's not long, it's not OD, it's not drawn out. I mean, there might have been some more stuff that has happened along the way, but it was nothing like boom. So that's the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you found anything funny, don't, because I literally was like in tears. Like, we really just got deported. Like, dang. Like, and now I'm banned. Like, my face is just plastered. Like, don't let this girl in type stuff. As if I really committed a crime. So if you guys like what you heard, if you guys like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you want more videos, more story times, more talk videos in general, and hit that bell to turn on my post notifications to get notified when I make a new post. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
I will be doing more storytime videos because I have a lot more to give, more longer than this one, but this one was just kind of quick, simple, easy to the point, but it was still kind of like, you know, it happens to me. So who else can really honestly say they got deported from Canada? Like, I just really, like, but I tell my friends that, I tell people I know that, they be laughing, like, they be cracking up, like, you're capping. I'm like, I'm not. I wish I was. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you stay tuned for more. See you guys on the flip side.
And I'm like, ooh.